very good day, folks. A very good day to you. A minute longer, and we were going to be turning into a music show. A minute longer, and we were going to be turning into a music show. How are you folks doing out there today? We want to know, we are interested to know how you wonderful, beautiful folks are making out on the outside. Do let us know, good folks, how y'all are doing. Great to see so many of you on the live again. Gwyneth Anderson, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Rock and come in. Anything on your mind? We're going to go through a couple of things, but anything on your mind, rock and come in. Sweetness Ballers. How you doing? Good to see you out there. Blessed day to you as well. A blessed day to you as well, and we trust that you're great. With all the sweetness, we trust that you're well. Siobhan McDonald, Romy Leander. Good to see you, wonderful, beautiful folks out there. How y'all are doing now? how y'all are doing? Pam Halls and Wilma Grant. Uh, Rami says it's wonderful at this end. Wonderful on this end. Quote unquote. Wonderful on this end. David Ford, good to see you there. And Leon Blair, how you guys are doing? Good people, how are you folks doing out there? We trust that you all are well. We trust you all good. Wherever you're joining us from, we trust that all is well. You all good. Marta Harris, good to see you, Marta and David Ford. David. Good to see David Ford on the live. Good to see David on the live. Yolanda Thomas, great to see you as well. And Gwyneth Anderson, good to see you, Gwyneth. Michaela. Good to see you, folks. The mic is yours, folks. Don't even wait. The mic is yours. Just rock and come in. Marlon Thomas, where are you today? Where are you, Marlon? Just rock and come in. Vern Brown. Vern Brown. Rock and come in. Good to see you, folks, on the live. How's lunch, folks? How was lunch? I had a little something. You hope that lunch is set or being set or will be set. Good to see you folks. How y'all doing, my peoples? How y'all doing? Carolina Ronalds, we see you there. June Cameron. June says it's hot in Brooklyn. I think I rather the heat in Brooklyn than the heat here, so. I think I rather the heat in Brooklyn. Siobhan McDonald, Cheryl Mulrain, and all you other folks, good to see you. June says it's hot in Brooklyn. Is that your experience, good folks? I want somebody to say it's snowing, you know. Marlu Bella, good to have you here. All these fancy names, Marlu. All these fancy names, Marlu. Who knew? Guys, we're happy you guys are here with us. We're getting set to do what we got to do. But we're happy that you folks are here with us. Happy that all of you folks are here with us. Good to see you folks. I see some things coming through. Good to have you folks on the live. Folks, don't wait. Let those notes rock and come in. Right? And I don't know if people are going to be sending me some private stuff, but let me know if you want it to be played live. I don't want to assume. Right? I don't want to assume. And Stacey and all the other folks joining us. Marlon Thomas and all the other folks. I ain't want to assume. But good to have you folks on with us. Great to have you folks on the live with us. Somebody don't know we're on the air and calling. Well, I vex you though. Yes. Y'all know just as get vexed. I don't vex already. Just so. Just like that. We're picking up this headline out of Demwara Wave. Talks have broken down over government money for Afro-Guyanese organization. Talks have broken down. Well, let me go to court. Let me go to court. Let's go to court. Slug it out in court. Let's do that. Folks, let's touch on a couple of things before we head to these. Or maybe we just put them in between. I won't keep you guys waiting at all today. Because I fired up and I want to hear from you guys. Let's take William. William Rock and come in. Good to hear from you, William. The mic is yours, William. The mic is yours. Let me pull down because I don't want anything, interfering with our conversation here. Let me pull down this audio a little bit more. The background music, let me take it down a little bit more. Want to be heard crystal clear. Over to William.
Hi, good afternoon, Sherrod.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I've never really paid any attention to any of Barajagdio's speech. Barajagdio is not that inspiring. But the only thing I would hear is when I'm listening to get snippets of from your program and others. Barajagdio is mentally depraved, morally bankrupt. He's a narcissistic, psychotic tyrant. Every time Barajagdio speaks, you can smell the stench of his moral decay.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I was listening to a part of his speech, and it tells me something that Barajagdio, in attacking Aubrey Norton, is short on logic and facts. Barajagdio cannot debate an Aubrey Norton. Barajagdio is not the intellectual giant that he's portraying out there. This is why he's
He's
coming
a
up
fraud.
with these kinds of foolishness. What he's trying to do is to ruffle Aubrey Norton's feathers
Mm-hmm.
by saying all of these nonsense. Any person who is easily agitated, it can be controlled. And this is what he's trying to do, trying to get Aubrey Norton off of his game in order to control him. Barajagdio has nothing new to offer to Guyana or Guyanese people. Barajagdio is nothing more than a two-bit snake oil criminal. I generally refer to Barajagdio as Dr. Joseph Goebbels, the
Nazi.
propaganda minister under Adolf Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dr. Goebbels, you can go and speak your mind out every day. Speak your mind out every day, and we will sit and analyze you. We will diagnose you, Dr. Goebbels. Continue to speak.
Yep. We hear you, William. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Rock and come in with those voices. Go Bells. Think you might be onto something there, William. Think you might be onto something. Right? Think you might be onto something. Thank you for that contribution, William. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Rock and come in. I know some of you sign me off one time. Some of you don't listen. You sign me off one time. One time. But I help out the cause. You gotta listen to these guys. If only to rebut. If only to rebut. If only to rebut. Let's have those contributions, folks. Rock and come in. Please and thank you. Right? Please and thank you. Rock and come in, good folks. All right. Y'all gonna know this person. I didn't think I need to say much. I didn't think I need to say much. Marlin. How you doing, Marlin?
Hi, Sherrod. Good
Hello.
afternoon.
Greetings.
Hope all things well with you there. Be careful with the weather.
Coming to come. Coming to come.
Anyway, we have a nice sweet 81 degrees here, but this is not my kind of weather. It's
Make the best of
81
it.
degrees here in Queens and hot like fire.
Yeah.
But it's not my type of a weather. Anyway, I gotta live with it.
Summer weather.
Anyhow, my plate is filled that I don't even know where to start.
Start from the top, from the beginning.
But all things being said, the first thing I'm going to address those stalls at Diamond. I would like to know if Jerry Gavallo or any one of them Kavakamites in the PPP and the people who running up the mouth and talking to it about, oh, it's better to live in something than nowhere, will go and occupy those things
That's right.
that they've made there to put Guyanese people to live in.
They should go.
What a disrespect.
They should go.
That is so disrespectful. And $5 million, if they give me $5 million, I'm going to build a concrete house.
Much better
and
looking.
Way better looking than that.
Yes. Greg is right.
Them things will look like if they're running down on falling down on one another. What an I pass and a disrespect. The big oil republic of Guyana, the Dubai, the Caribbean. Well, I'll be damned.
The wicked.
The next thing, I got a bone for pick with the Guyana police force and the DPP or whoever. What charge? What's your name? Kim Ali or whatever Ali's your name. Now Guyana got this two law. You know where one Guyana got? This one Guyana.
It's one circle.
Divide up in so much of parts. But there is only one law for some people.
Correct.
And another law for another set of people.
Correct.
Now they arrested Takuma Ogunse when he was at a meeting and he said what he had to say. He did not say the president must be assassinated nor anything. But the arrestee had him in custody for 72 hours and put him on a $100,000 bail.
Correct.
Now, they pick up Kim Ali because they're shame.
Correct.
It's shame make they arrest Kim Ali because it was put on social media and people start condemning it and talking about it.
Yep.
So they pick up Kim and put Kim on what? Are they here good?
$75,000
bail?
25,000.
That is so gross. That is so gross.
$25,000 bill.
Anyway, I waiting for see what's gonna be the outcome.
Yep.
Because I know when it meets to the DPP is another story. Next thing, the president trying to blame Mr. Norton, and I know he's a liar because I have listened to Mr. Norton when he said he gave approval for them to those two ladies there to give them their substantive position to make them confirm them in their position. But the president telling me another story.
Rick Marole.
Anyhow, I think they got their own people who they want to put there and they're waiting on them to retire. Just like how Anne McLennan going on retirement. And whoever is the other magistrate supposed to go on retirement. They already got the people done fixed to put there. Lastly, because I enable double dip.
Go ahead.
The Guyana Elections Commission, the whole commission needs to be refurbished. Them PPP activists would have got there with Claudette Singh because I think she's a PPP. And Guyanese need, please wake up. Stop got this PPP government blindsiding ya with a set of lies. Wake up. They are making a fool out of you people. Y'all need to wake up. go and vote and get these people out of the place, because PPP is no good for Guyana. They are not doing nothing in the interest of the Guyanese people more than full their bloody pockets. Y'all wake up. Young children, children who don't write CXC and who went to UG and whoever will come out of school, they cannot get a job.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Wake up, people, wake up. The other thing I'm calling on the churches, y'all need to come out. Guyana needs praying and fasting. The devil taking over Guyana.
Yep.
It's too much of murders, accidents,
Yep.
suicide. I said it is too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I am fed up. I am frustrated. You think about it, and there I am.
Yep.
I just be so sick sometimes of hearing what is going on in Guyana. I'm so fed up and tired. Anyway, Cheryl, thank you. Because my plate so full that it's running over. I want to take up too much of time. Bye. I'm listening in. And don't say Marlene, I'm Yolanda too. Good. I'm on you too as Yolanda. Thank you, my brother.
Great, great,
Have a
great.
nice day and a great weekend. And stay safe.
Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. Yep, yep, yep. That's them boys. you think you think the easy. You think the easy. Moving on, folks. Thanks, Yolanda. Thanks for coming through. Yep, 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 yep. Let's see who else we got.
Sherrod, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Vice Milton from Essequibo.
Good, good, good.
I listened to the piece of Barajagdio's statement
Mm-hmm.
that he released the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It amazes me. It never ceased to amaze me with his stupidity, right? So bring up like in 20 years, over a decade, that what you didn't do.
Yeah.
Expect
Yeah.
a man in 5 years
Correct.
to do it.
Correct.
Right? That's the next thing. You had 23 years to do it. You didn't do it. How could I possibly make it in 5 years?
Mm-hmm. Because he's a
Right?
magician.
The next thing, Jack, they don't have not anything new to offer to Guyana but sheer corruption, bribery, and more stealing.
Mm-hmm.
And he is speaking about Mr. Norton, and then he's telling but he make me remind something. Yes, one thing he could remember with Mr. Norton when he speak on his program. Mr. Norton's name has never been called in allegation of bribery,
Ouch.
in corruption, in
Ouch.
murder.
Ouch.
That is what he have common from Mr. Norton. He have on his name, on his head, bribery, murder, corruption, and the most drug shipment. I could remember in APNU time in 5 years we come off the blacklist.
Mm-hmm.
In 2.5 years we gone on back on the blacklist.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And for depriving people of anything, if he's so brave and this bright and intelligent, do a stage debate with Mr. Norton.
Come
and
on
if
now.
you think that you got the people confidence as you portray that you got the people confidence and want to show the international stage, bring in biometrics and let Guyana have it vote and keep out your puppets, them that you have pulling strings, and you working to let them pull the strings from behind the scene. Because Guyanese people is wise. We know what's going on. That is all.
Come on now. Come on now. I love it. I love it. I love it. Come on now, my brother. Below the belt, folks. Yep, 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 yep. I like take my Marlins in succession, but that guy came through. Have another Marlin on the line. As soon as you hear the voice, you're gonna know it's who. Marlin. The other one is Marlin slash Yolanda. It's just Marlin. Marlin, welcome. Very, very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Sharon and
Greetings.
listeners. I trust all is well with you, Sharon.
It is well.
There are a few things that I would like to comment on, and I'm taking the opportunity to start very early on your program.
Take your time.
First of all, I would like to know What is the sports minister trying to tell one, Afro-Guyanese, and two, the indigenous people by referring to an event for next year called Stink and Dirty? What is that? First of all, that's the indigenous peoples have a long history with that. So why is he trying to insult them? And second of all, why is everyone referring to stuff that is derogatory and putting it in the bosom of Afro-Guyanese?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't
Mm-hmm.
stink
Mm-hmm.
and we ain't dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And personally for me, as an Afro-Guyanese, if I were to return to Guyana and there was an event like that, I would not be attending it. I'm not spending a cent for an event that refers to people as stink and dirty. So that's my first issue. And secondly, when it comes to the same sports minister, I saw him greeting the athletes. But for me, that's hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, as a sports minister, aren't you aware that you're supposed to be in control, or I should say, au fait, with all things that are athletic?
And happening. Yep.
And who is this man that lagged so much that our athletes were treated with such utter disrespect?
Correct.
And then you want to cover it up now with tassel drums and all that. It's very hypocritical.
Yep.
This thing keeps happening over and over and over. We should be treating our athletes better. Some of the money that is being spent for infrastructure should be placed towards developing our human resources. Sports being one of those things. They're young people. You're killing their spirits. That's what if I knew him, that's what I would tell him. He's killing the spirits of those athletes. I want to commend their parents who made all the efforts and sacrifices to make sure that the children fulfill their dreams. So congratulations to the athletes. But I don't think Ramson, Hudson, or none of them should have been there. We should get people who are genuinely happy for those athletes. Next, I want to talk about the response of opposition persons when the likes of Jagdeo getting into these foolish press conferences.
And talking is froth.
What I would like to see from the opposition, some persons do it and some don't. Especially those opposition influencers that have all these different podcasts. I would like them immediately, as soon as the press conference done, I would like to see more of them responding to the lies of Jagdeo.
Correct.
Because I don't know what's happening. I mean, I commend you for what you did this morning, right? Because I wasn't in the ring last night. And I commend a few persons like Mark and so on who would have responded immediately. But why are we having all these programs on Facebook and only a few persons we're seeing out there working all the time? This is disgraceful. I will repeat it, I said it before and I'll say it again. Some of these MPs need to go home because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing when it comes to the representation of the people of Guyana. Lastly, freedom of speech. I watched with utter disgust how they shackled Mr. Ogunsi. But I want to say, you could shackle his feet all you like, but you can't shackle his mind. And a lot of other Guyanese who think for themselves, you can't shackle their minds. I
Talk the
think
things.
that we as Afro-Guyanese especially, we should rise up and speak out a bit more. We're not known, it's not our DNA. It's not in our DNA to be spoofs, for want of a better description. We are known to be rebellious. And there are many ways in which you can be rebellious. You ain't got to burn down place, you ain't got to do nothing. So Guyanese need to wake up. I keep saying it, and I keep getting stressed out when I see the treatment of my people. Thank you. As for the Guyana police force, which I call the Guyana political force, those guys are embarrassing our nation. As a matter of fact, the sitting government seem to have chosen all the persons that will embarrass the nation, right? And they're making a mistake, Sharon, because they keep thinking that they can insult the intelligence of Guyanese people and they don't know what's happening. Trust me, the average Guyanese person knows what is happening. The thing is, and this is what befuddles my mind, why aren't they rising up? They need to rise up. Let this man and all the others who insulting them know that they're not fools. Gosh.
Thank you, Marlon. Thank you, Marlon. Thank you for that. Some of it I can't pick my teeth, but I can take the rest. I can take the rest. Thank you for that, Marlon. Thank you so much for that. Marlon always brings that kind of maturity. You can't argue with anything she says there. You can't argue. Well, we only want things to go up. Runda, 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 folks. Tantarian from the Amstel. Another warlord following there after Rhonda. Folks, I'm so privileged to have Rhonda join us today. Privilege, I say. I'm privileged to have Rhonda joining us today. Tantarian. Over to you, Rhonda. The mic is yours.
Sherrod, good morning. I hope you get this voice, me lonely. It's who talking to you. I will like you to come and visit the Amstel. There are some things that I need to be highlighted. Taking a picture and sending it to you ain't making sense. Just like how you could find favor with Puerto Rico people who in every 2 day to Puerto Rico. Come to the Amstel. The only difference when you come in, give me a heads up. Don't look for give me a heads up at 5 o'clock and you come in at 5:15. You got to give me a long heads up. Because as you know, I am very busy. Give me a day heads up and then I'm going to think one thing coming on a Tuesday. Because Tuesday I go in and protest. Looking forward to hearing back from you and I hope you got the calling show today. Bye-bye. Good day, Sharon. I hope you read the first voice
Yes,
note I sent you this
obviously.
morning. Well, I would like to follow up with that, and I hope you can accept and come to visit this village. Because there are some things I want you to highlight. Just like how you're suddenly running out, not suddenly, like how you're running to Puerto Rico. Stop charter, then I'm saying, but make certain you call me before. Now backing up on William, what William said, it's right. But what you see, y'all don't really understand. That person is failing. Now, a person lives in psychology, and to believe you do psychology, or you would operate something. If you don't have a well-rounded personality, you're a man, you got a wife, you got children. This is the age where Barrow there got little problem with grandchildren, might got a little problem on how to hand his wealth to his elder children. And once you deny yourself those common attributes that were handed down to you by God, go and replenish. You got to end up with how he is. Right now, he will attack all the men around the place Because when he talking about balls, what did he do with his? So when he look at a person like Aubrey Norton, he will throw his finger at him to talk about balls. He shouldn't talk about it because he got what he did with this. And I noticed that most of the PPP installed regime, men in his race, his class, his ethnicity, always look to fire insults or hurl insults at African men. I don't know if they are suffering from inferiority complex or they remember our history and how many of our men were being sold for a high price after they were being paraded naked. So I don't know if that is what is weighing on the subconscious of the Indians in the PPP party. So hence, at the slightest opportunity they get, they always talking about the Africans. And now Barrett has gone so far to bring the road talk about the genitalia on his program. Bye-bye. Hope to see you. Sherrod, sorry to be a double lipper. About the voting, lots of people are saying go and vote. If we go and vote with the list, we're doomed. Barra Jagdio had said just after 2020 election that they must have biometrics. And that is what we should call for, biometrics or no election. Why they don't want to give us biometrics? It is good to say run and go and vote. We need biometrics. Without biometrics, we ain't winning nothing.
All right, all right. Folks, share the damn live. Smash that emoji button, guys. And let me go down the road. Let me go down the road. We want to hear from you. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you for that. You can come back after that. Folks, folks, please and thank you. Please, we want to hear from you. The number's right there. The number's right there. 627-6963. We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear from you. Good to see Keshan Sharma. Ramjatan is here. I see the comment there, my brother. I see the comment. See the comment. Right? Nkosi. Kosi Williams, we see you there. Romy Leander, Penelope Hudson. Melanda McKenzie, we see you as well. We see you as well. See the comment there, Melanda. See the comment too. Is it Danes? Danes Passat? Watching you too. Marcia Fordyce. Good to have you, Marcy and Susan Jacobs. Debbie Hohenkirk. Debbie Hohenkirk is here, folks. Good to see you, Debs. Great to see you. All rock and come in with the voice notes. Don't let Rhonda intimidate you. Don't let Rhonda do it. Good to have you, folks. The mic is yours.
Hi, Sherrod. Good afternoon to you
Greetings.
and your viewers. My
Greetings.
little piece that I want to contribute is um, it's what it is with Jack Deodam and Stadium and this kind of just want to do grounds and the ground in Linden and all of that.
Big money to siphon off.
That's all we need. People need jobs. Provide jobs. Something, some factory or something in Linden. Put something there so that people could have jobs. And Linden gonna be a better place. Two, the stadium that they're building. Sherrod,
Mm-hmm.
Guyana is a place that rains at any time. And many times I had cricket at border and rain wash it out. Sherrod, come on. We eyes and opening the ABC World. They're building stadium with covers. Guyana can't do that. Even if you want to build a stadium. So if we got a cricket game, a football game, whatever games we have, and it's a rainy season, we may able to go in the stadium and cover the stadium. They got stadium building nowadays with the roof opening and closing. Come on. Everybody and the mother driving in Guyana. Yagan and fix sports club ground in Linden. There's no parking there. Go somewhere, open up the place. Go somewhere where you could put parking lot where you could drive in. Open up the place. Once you open up a place, people can go there and live. Put road, put water, and put light, and people can go and build. We ain't moving forward with we thoughts. We moving backwards, buddy. You're building a set of stadium, and none you can't use if rainfall. That making sense to me. Everybody driving. You're not gonna build somewhere we got parking lot. You're going to sports club ground. I know sports club ground good before before 2015. Sports club couldn't hold the crowd that just go there. Much more 2023 where everybody is driving. That making sense, brother. Don't.
Yep, yep, yep. Thank you for that. Thank you for that contribution. I see they got one Dinesh Prasad in the comments. Y'all deal with him. I like how y'all dealing with him. Deal with him there, please. Fight him in the comments. All you fight him in the comments. Good to have you guys here. Rock can come in with the voice notes, please and thank you. We want to hear from you guys. Thank you for that contribution, my brother. Thank you so much. Yep, the folks got no vision, man. They got no vision, right? Got no vision. They can't build something and you are inspired. You know, everything looks so austere and boring and drab. You know, look that bridge across the Burbis River. So many years after the Harbor Bridge, they come and replicate the same thing. You know, that stadium at Providence could be a stadium any part of the Caribbean, right? Of course, they like these big projects for big money they could siphon off. They like it for those reasons, right? They love it for those reasons. They could siphon off friends, family, and favorite. That's them.
Sharon, good
Greetings.
morning. Black men are well endowed. That's why he keep talking and watching at Norton balls.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. When you send me stuff like that, you gotta say, strap yourself in. You remember one time he talking with Birdnest, he talking about, oh, he wants his spice on Norton Head. Where does fellas get these things from? That's to tell you how nasty the mind is. He wants his spice. Huh? He wants his spice on Norton Head. You know, all kinds of madness. Right? All kinds of madness. You know, and yes, there was just another typical example. Always got to get into something lewd. You know? Lewd. Those some of those so-called journalists just sit down there and snickering and smiling along. Well, I guess, you know, protect their own sanity and the walk. Some instances, protect their own sanity and their walk. Gotta do what they gotta do. Folks, I want to hear from you. The time is going. 627 6963. We want to hear from you, good folks. We're just about 18 or 19 minutes out. Margaret Nelson. Margaret, see too vulgar. Rami says the ball's for me. Yep. Bonita Ellis Parker. See you there, Kurt Heidecken. Yep. Troy Ishmael, we see you there as well. Folks, we want to hear from you. I like how you all dealing with this one here. You know, dealing with this one, Danise, please. I'm happy you got to tell the folks below the belt how to operate. Y'all know the order. Know the order. Folks, we want to hear from you. Ever you're joining us from, let us know even if how things are going at your end. We want to hear from you guys. Even if it's to tell us how the weather is doing. You know who want to hear from us yet? Candy. Come on, Candy. Don't plop. Come on. I'm going to fight you. Don't want to have to fight you. I'm going to fight you if I have to, but don't behave like them boys, you know. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't behave like them boys. Don't do it. That's your boy watching Mr. Norton. watching, they're watching all the time. Folks, as a whole, a couple other folks, you know, look, some of what, don't I have it? Well, don't I? Don't we have it? A lot of things happening in the world, folks. A lot of things happening in the world. Okie dokes. I thought I have it. Thought I had it. A lot of things happening in the world. I'm gonna want to touch some of them while we wait on you guys to rock and come in with the voice notes. I don't want to do any talking today, no. I just want to listen today. I just want to listen. That's all I want to do. Listen. But y'all forcing me. Y'all forced to the eye, and I like it. I don't like it. I feel forced. Onessa Wardine, good to see you, Onessa. Edward Gonzalez is here as well from the Bronx. You all remember Edward from the Bronx? All right, guys, look some of the things we're looking at. This one is interesting. This how some people want to be with the PPP. Spanish woman emerges after spending 500 days living alone in a cave. She chose that, you know. She wasn't trapped. You know, just want to get away from the PPP. 500 days alone. Think he got his stamina for that. 500 days. Just fed up with some people. Know some people you want to live far from. I notice she ain't carry no children. She ain't carry no husband. Want to get rid of them. After 500 days, folks, right? Beatrice Flamini. And this is Beatriz. Beatrice Flamini. Yeah, these Beatrice's botheration, you know. She went into a dark cave 500 days alone, 70 meters below the Earth's surface. It's who big are she running from so hard? 500 days. Right? She said she was assailed by a plague of flies and an odd, tantalizing vision of roast chicken. Yeah. All the temptations gonna come then. She was bothered by some flies and a tantalizing vision of roast chicken. Yep. 500 days. 500 days. 70 meters below Earth. She's trying to get away from some people like Danis, or whatever the name is. Trying to get away from some people like that. Loud and aggressive people, vexation to the spirit. The woman running from them, you know. running from them. Yeah. And that's happening. That happened up north, 500 days, 70 meters below the Earth's surface. That's far down. Why you know that? Far down, 500 days. Mm-mm. You gotta really like yourself to spending that time alone, or you're really running from some people, the Jacobats and the trench crappos. Jamaica, Jamaica moving forward, folks. They said they are looking for the business part to be cleared for medicinal cannabis, right? Medicinal cannabis. We're not even listening to the people, who are affected by the continued, um, what? Inhibition from cannabis use. No, Jamaica gone forward. Jamaica says money have to be met. And they're looking at a business model for cannabis. They said recently they will stop importing. They're going to stop importing. Enough being created at home. Right? And so this was the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. He was making the point. Right? He was making the point, Mr. Auburn Hill. That's how far those people going now, and we behind. We're always playing catch up. Right? Always playing catch up. I know not lots of you mightn't be on this boat, but the science has overtaken us. When you were growing up, you learned some things were taboo. As you get older, you realize, mightn't got too much to this. That's called progress. Growing up, you didn't point at burial ground and so on. Some of you probably still don't point at the burial ground. You don't point at burial ground. When you go to some funerals, you got to go in the house by your back and all kinds of things. As you get older, you realize, no, this thing was scientific. Let me just put it that way. Not all was scientific. And life move on. We still fighting some old battles, some old wars, and declaring they ain't gonna take me alive. Places like Jamaica, they've gone on. Now look at this very Trumpian headline. Largest ever Rupununi rodeo deemed a success. Remember, Trump in his, I was about to say in his first term, his only term. He had this fixation on his inauguration was the biggest ever. His own was bigger than Obama's. We all know that ain't so. I know that wasn't so. His was the biggest. His inauguration. Well, Chronicle apparently on that same boat. Largest ever Rupununi rodeo deemed a success. These are folks who is ask themselves the question, give themselves the answer, and then say, we're successful at the test. We're successful at the test. Who expects state media to come out and say, oh, the rodeo was a failure? You want to talk the truth and go home now? You want to talk the truth and go home? All right. Biggest ever Rupununi rodeo. Jesus. Lord, Lord, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. That being said, coming out of that press conference yesterday, Channel 9 News Break, I think it's what the entity is called, is reporting that hunger is a common factor among children in city schools. This is not Timbuktu. city schools, hunger is a common factor. And folks, this is real, you know. This is real. So many people do not have, you know, sufficient, enough, or anything at all. Right? Some of you might say, what is it to give a child a little meal, man? It's only a little $500. Well, might have well been 500,000. Because that's how far some people are. That's how far they are from some issues just like that. Bread and butter issues. Bread and butter issues. You see? Simple things. You and I would think simple. Oh, it's life and death for some people. The struggle is real out there, folks. You could have some people, you could have some kids going home right now for lunch. And it's just the act of going home, you know. Nothing in there. It's just that they want to sit in school hole and watch everybody. And everybody could know, right? Child don't eat nothing. They're going home, but there's nothing home. Right? You walk home, you sit down a little bit, and then you head back. People got it rough in this place. That's why I keep saying, don't tell me no nonsense, but no 27.2% GDP. What the hell that means to people who hungry at school? Teacher and student alike. What the hell does that mean? And the fellow was right who talked about, oh, all of the big things. That's all well and good. That is all well and good, but is the suffering of the people alleviated by all of that? Is the suffering of the people alleviated by any of that? You know? The struggle is real. Struggle is real. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. All right. Here is Mr. Norton yesterday at his press conference talking about, you know, prosperity for Guyanese. And how all of us must get a fair shake of this, a fair piece, a fair slice of the pie. A fair slice of it. Take a look, folks, and take a listen.
Bringing prosperity to ordinary Guyanese does not have to travel the long meandering paths as the PPP believes. Poverty is no longer acceptable in Guyana. Several oil-rich economies have eradicated poverty and lift living standards in short time spans. We as the next government intend to do so as a moral responsibility. A new coalition government will therefore directly invest the largest share of the national budget in lifting the quality of life of people. For us, investing in people is both an economic lever and a moral obligation. We will adopt a bottom-up, middle-out economic development approach by putting low to middle income people first. The more people who can contribute to the economy and fairly benefit from it, the more prosperous we all are. We therefore believe that economic growth and development must be inclusive, where no citizen is excluded by virtue of poverty, deprivation, unemployment and underemployment, low income, no savings, social marginalization, and discrimination. The more people participate as workers, producers, consumers, investors, and citizens, the better are the chances of building a vibrant and prosperous society and economy for all. Further, we remain committed to the core belief that each household must be guaranteed a minimum livable income through a combination of wages, profits, dividends, cash transfers, subsidies, tax breaks, etc. We remain committed to our proposals on social protection, such as early childhood care and education, rent and utility assistance, and free tertiary education with stipend. The bottom-up, middle-out approach to growth and development is more than a slogan, but a fundamentally different way of thinking about the economy. We are the party for social protection. We are the party for inclusive prosperity.
Right, correct is right. Correct is right. I think Marlon can double dip. Rock can come in right away. One time, where we there, where we are, where we be. One time, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Sherrod, I coming in again. Let me talk about Linden. Why is it that the school in Bamio cannot finish? I don't understand the lame excuse what they're giving about sun. Linden gets sun Wild West. Anywhere you want sun, you could get sun in Linden. I don't understand that nonsense. And I know if the coalition was there, that school would have already been finished, furnished, and occupied by the students. Now, the Mackenzie Sports Club and the Retrieve Ground. I know about the Mackenzie Sports Club and that Retrieve Ground of Barjack. They were running a breath half about. In the days of national service, we used to utilize the Retrieve Ground. Yes, sure. Let me go back to the sports club. No, they want to put the sports club to an international standard. The first thing they lied. They said they're doing it to FIFA standards. So how come you're doing the sports club to FIFA standards and you're suddenly going to ICC? They don't mean to stop the deceitfulness and the liardness. The years when I was like a teenager, cricket used to be played on that sports club ground. But it used to be into the far end of the ground close to Mackenzie High School fence. And the athletic sports used to be on the rest of the ground. You got the basketball court, you got the swimming pool in the front, and everything. Why would you want to take the sports club ground now to make it just for cricket? Linden people are not fans, cricketing fans like that. They are more into swimming, athletics, football, basketball. Give the people what is their interest, what is better for them. And I want to know that the sports club belongs to the government. The sports club belongs to the people of Linden because that sports club was funded over by the white people then to the Linden people. It then belongs to Charles Ramsey and Barry Jack Dior and Kashif and Shanghai and them. And a shame of Kashif and Shanghai for that got these people and encouraging them. These soup drinkers know they're able with that nonsense. It's time we get rid of these people.
Yep. We hear you, Martin.
Sherrod, good morning. Like he wants to goggle Mr. Norton balls or what?
No comments. No comments. One cannot know what's in the mind, you see? Cannot know what is in the mind. Folks, I think that's going to do it for us today. On that note, on that high note, we're going to see you guys back this evening for a final program for the day. And we'd have you know, good people out there, we'd have you know we can't do these programs without you. So we want to encourage you to support our programs if you can. You know, we're not going to put a stress and a strain on the soul. But if you can, guys, partner with us so we can keep on keeping on. We're available via Cash App and Zelle and PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union. You know it by heart by now. Folks, and help us to keep moving on and moving forward. That being said, good folks, that being said, partner with us, share the damn live, smash the emoji button, good folks. Rhonda, I can see you very soon. Rhonda, I is going to see you very, very soon. Do we have one for the road? Well, do we? I think we might. I think we might. And I think we may. Right? I see we had some confusion at the passport office today. We can talk about that tonight as well. Been saying that for a little while now. Been saying that for a little a little while now. We can talk a little about that this evening. Um, I think we might have one for the road.
Yeah, sure. Good afternoon to you and your
Greetings.
viewers. I fed up.
It's two of us.
Every day you go on your Facebook page, some accident, some murder,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
crime.
yeah,
Look,
yeah.
these people, me fed up. Look, the robbery on Rap Street this morning. What wrong with the security minister doing what they say, buddy? And the big people ain't getting robbed. It's little people, poor people getting robbed. What's going on in this country, buddy? Nobody making an effort to do nothing. And you see, auntie, they say the charge auntie for threatening the president and that kind of thing. What happened to the one who threatened the whole country and all the black man them? He ain't getting charged. He ain't getting charged. Them betters go look for he.
Different strokes.
This thing is in very nice. This is too much for people, body.
Different strokes. Different
Bucket
strokes.
to go well one day, but I'm drop out. My grandmother always says so.
Thanks for coming through. Folks, that's going to do it for us. Share the live if you can. Smash that emoji button if you can. Partner with us as well. Folks, that's going to do it for us. Our time here. Thanks for all our contributors today. That's our time. That's our program. Stay good. Sirhan Ramsarup. Good to see you. Beatrice Selby. Good to see you. Out front parts. Isabella Butters and Kosi Williams and all the other folks who are joining us at home and abroad. That's going to do us. That's going to do it for us until we see you guys back later on this afternoon, later on this evening. Thanks for joining us, good folks. Stay well. That's our time. Stay safe.